What's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be something different, a car vlog. I've never done one before, but I would like to do this so then I can just communicate with you guys and talk to you guys about my whole experience with the car, and pretty much let's have something new, some discussions going about my car and some questions you guys might have or some topics you guys might have that you can leave in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to read all my comments, respond back to you guys, and possibly make videos like this one of what you guys want to see. So today's video is going to be 5 things I love about my 2019 MK7.5 Golf R. And to start it off, because I just came in and I sat down, the first thing I love about this car is how comfortable it is, and the design and the style, and how modern it is. The other competitors, not to bash on them, I love the cars, but the STI and the Focus RS, everything's nice about the car except the interior, in my personal opinion. The interior is where it's lacking. Like, I know it's a driver's car and not everyone cares about it, but how often are we driving our cars like complete maniacs and racing and what that, like stuff like that. So I really feel like a clean and simple but comfortable interior is a big deal. And with this car, it has nice leather bucket seats, but they're not too bolstered so they don't hurt, and the technology with the infotainment and the digital cockpit, that's a big deal to me. So that's the first thing. So I'm just gonna wait for these lights to turn green so then I can be clear, and then I'm gonna start driving, and hopefully this turns out good, because I noticed my camera, if it points too much to direct sunlight, it tends to compensate the exposure for that, but not for the dark. So we will see. Parking brake off. And I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below if this angle is okay for you guys, or if I should change it, and how is it if it's shaky. So right now it looks like it's tilted, so I'm just gonna adjust that. So when I was adjusting the camera back there in front of my house, I was on a bit of a slant, so that's probably the reason why it was a bit crooked. But now it looks like a pretty good angle. And I want you guys to let me know if having a GoPro angle would be more of your preference, because it's not wide right now, and maybe you might want to see the shifting or more surroundings. I'm not too sure. So this might be just a bit too fixated on me talking, and it might be a boring video. I don't know, we'll see. But I wanted to do something that's more, it's more like connected, more one-on-one, and I can talk to you guys about anything that I'd like to talk about. So the second thing I love about this car is the suspension. Daily driving this car, and I felt it in race mode. That's what I used to drive it in the first week I had it. Race mode, it's comfortable enough, but you feel every single bump, I can't lie. With this one, I put it in the comfort mode. Well, I actually put it in custom and then put it in comfort for the suspension, because I do like the tight steering, I do like the louder exhaust. So with this suspension, it actually dampens a lot of the little bumps. Obviously the big bumps and speed bumps, can't get over those like without feeling bumpy, but all these little bumps, it really helps, and I'm really glad that this car has it. So that's the second thing I love about this car. The third thing I love about this car is how quick it is. I drove Mark 6 and I drove the regular Mark 7 before the facelift, and once I drove it, it honestly, like, it changed my perspective of what car I wanted to buy. Originally, I wanted to get a 2015 plus WRX, whichever year was the current year, but once I got into this car, for the price, overall, I think you have a good power. The tuning possibilities, if you're into that, are massive. Like, if you go on YouTube, you can search up Stage 2 Golf R versus Stage 2 STI, and can I tell you, with the same amount of mods, the Golf R smokes the STI. No hate on STIs, I love those cars, but it just completely smokes the STI, and that's like another thing that I considered when buying this car. Now, if we're gonna get into like big turbos and stuff, it honestly depends on what parts you put on the car, what tuner, and if your engine is built or not and all that stuff. But for out of the box ECU tunes and stuff, this car tends to do a bit better. Also, for a stock car, it's very torquey. So you don't really need the horsepower, you really need the torque, because when we're driving and we're pulling first to second to third, how fast can we really go? To be honest, not really fast. You can pull the whole second gear and you're already way past most speed limits. So unless you're on the highway, even then you can't really pull hard. So the torque and that feel of having that power is really nice. And I also like how this car, when I'm driving on the highway 6th gear, if I need to pass or overtake someone, I don't really have to downshift to 5th or 4th. It has enough power to do a slight overtake. Now, of course, if I'm gonna have to launch the car, then we have to, you know, downshift. But other than that, there's no need. And I'm really happy with how this car performs overall. So the fourth thing I love about this car are these seats. These guys are amazing. Honestly, probably the best of both worlds between the Focus RS and the STI, because I find the Focus RS really, really tight, especially on my sides. The bolsters are nice, so for track use it's probably amazing, but for everyday it's pretty tight. And then the STI, I just feel like it's not as huggy as I'd like it to be, and I prefer leather personally, so with a good quality leather, this is very comfortable. They're also heated, so that's a basic standard and everyone needs to have that. But other than that, these seats are very easy to get in and out of. The bolsters are good enough. Like when I'm pulling on, well, I'm turning really hard, I don't move, and my girlfriend, when she sits beside me, she doesn't move, so that's an upside. And yeah, you get flung, but that's just the car, that's not the seats. So that's the fourth thing I like about this car. Last but not least, the fifth thing I love about this car is the turbo noises. And this is a stock car. If this is a stock car and I hear the turbo noises, I hear the exhaust growl, let me take that back. The fifth thing I love about this car is just the overall sound of the stock car. It's very, very, like, it's mean, it's aggressive, it has a grumble. From the outside, it's quiet, other than the turbo. You might hear the diverter valve do a little like, right? So if I do a couple pulls here, I'll try to get sounds for that. But other than that, this car, like, with the sound actor, which is the cabin sound. So let me explain this to you guys that don't own Golf Rs or don't know about it. This car, when you put it in race mode or custom with the exhaust sound on, it has an artificial sound that's coming from the front of the car, vibrating the windshield to mimic, you hear that? It mimics like a growl. And when I had a couple co-workers in the car, people were saying, it kind of sounds like a Subaru. Now, I'm not trying to be a Subaru or anything, but I can see where they're coming from because it has the rumble. Let's see if you can hear that other than this. I don't know if you can hear that, but it has a little bit of a rumble, which is nice. And people love it, people hate it. Right now, since I don't have an exhaust, it's nice to hear that. And also, the turbo, it makes some noises, so I'll put the window down. Hopefully it's not too windy, but don't know if you heard that. I'm gonna amplify it if you guys didn't. Man, imagine if I had an intake and I had a blow-off valve. Oh, this thing will sound amazing. I can't wait. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the 5 things I love about this car. Now overall, I love the whole car in general, but those were just like 5 things that stuck out to me that right when I got the car, I love about this car. And another thing about this car that I wanted, or another video I want to make about this car is 5 things I hate about it. And it's not really gonna be like I hate, but it's gonna be more like nitpicking stuff that I wish was here, wish wasn't here, or stuff that I think they can do better on. So that's a video that I'm gonna make in the future. Comment down below if there's any other videos that you guys want to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video again. Please leave a like and a comment down below of anything you want to say. I read all my comments and reply. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, let's do a little pull. Woo. She pulls hard. Alright guys. Peace.